Welcome guys, we're in Medellin. As you can see, beautiful backdrop. It's not the nicest of weather today, but it's actually quite nice, to be honest, quite good. But I'm here in Colombia not because of holiday or because I like the nature so much, and definitely not for the Latinas like every single guy says. No. I came here with one simple mission, and that was to build on myself, to work on myself, to reinvent myself every single aspect of my life. I've never been here, I don't know this city, I am a complete I can't even speak the language, I am lost most of the time in this city, but it is such a good vibe to just be here and work on myself and be able to build my business and do the things that I love, meet new people, create cool stuff. And one of the reasons that I moved to Medellin, I'll tell you the story. In September in 2025, I basically was forced to completely change my life. Everything had come crashing down. My entire life, my house, my car, my business. I used to be a successful business guy, like a successful guru selling courses. And everything came crashing down due to a lifestyle that just that was self-sabotaging, self-destructive. And I put up with that for too long. And then in August 2025, everything changed. And then in September, I kind of went on this journey of self-mastery, self-discovery, learning so much about myself, discipline, what had happened. I was just curious about why I did the things that I did, why I ended up in this position, because I used to think that life would be just like this, but I would find myself going like this and then crashing down, and going like this and then crashing down. And now I was 27 and I figured, why is this? Like, I don't like this stuff. So let me figure out what it is. And I went on this epic journey of self-mastery, reading about neuroscience, psychology, behavioral studies. And it was a very hard and dark period for me. I was still in Marbella at that time. In January, end of January, I had gone through a lot of development already, and I was working together with someone else on his business, and we went to the United States, to California, of all places. We went to LA. Now, I don't want to be fucking found dead in LA, I can tell you that. Holy shit. I mean, California, I've only been to LA, right? So I can't really speak for the whole of California. It was beautiful beaches and all that kind of stuff, and the weather was amazing. But it's also just a weird place with the politics, and everyone's fucking fat and blue-haired. It's a vibe. I don't want to be there. But in February, we parted ways. So I was forced to do something new, because I packed up my bags and I left my home place in Marbella, where I had spent, I'd lived there for 2.5 years, and I have some really great memories from that place. I have some really bad memories from that place. But I packed my bags because I just needed to get out. I needed to move away from that place, get into a different environment, not to escape, but to rebuild. And there is a very big difference, which is something that I will touch on later in this video, because a lot of you guys want to go someplace under the idea of changing yourself, but a lot of people do it because they just simply want to escape, and they find themselves right back where they started. So I needed to get out of Marbella, because Marbella was a difficult place for me to be, because there was so much that was pulling me back, or that was holding me as the person that I used to be, right? This character that I had created, this character that I was playing, this old identity, which I didn't want to be anymore. I wanted to reinvent. So this is why I packed all my bags. I didn't have a house anyways. I didn't have a car anymore. There was like zero responsibilities. One of the best things about hitting rock bottom is that you can do whatever you want. There's a blank page that you can just literally choose from that point. Like you cannot fail anymore. So the only way is up, and you can kind of get to choose and paint your new canvas just the way that you like it, which is very liberating. So we went to United States first. February we quit working together, and then I was forced to figure out, where am I going to go? I didn't have a place, I didn't have a plan, and I decided to go to Medellin, US time zones, because like, why not, right? But I did know I wanted to go somewhere where I just had the freedom to just completely be alone and work on myself and solidify this work that I'd been doing over these past 5-6 months from September. And this is why I've come to Medellin, and so far it's been an absolute blessing. I really enjoy this place. It's such a good vibe. It's a big international community as well. So there's a lot of expats, a lot of nomads. that you can hang out with, and this whole city is just, it's like, the city is like a jungle. Like there's green everywhere, there's plants everywhere, it's amazing to see, and I love it. The only problem is that I need to learn Spanish much more than I do now, because even though I lived for 2.5 years in Marbella, in the south of Spain, everyone speaks English there, so the only thing that you really can say, or that I learned to say, was ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? ¿Qué tal? Dos cervezas? Ah, muy bien, gracias. All that kind of stuff, hasta luego. But nothing really much more than that. And in Spain or in Colombia, they don't really speak English, so you have to learn Spanish, which is what I'm doing. But I've come here, guys, to completely reinvent myself, to completely rebrand every single aspect of my life, which I've been doing over these past five months. I've achieved my best physique yet. I have achieved so much more clarity. I've been sober for over half a year now. I've done so many great things up until this point already. And Medellin was this final nail in the coffin, basically. Is that what you say, nail in the coffin? English is not my native language, by the way, so that's why. But Medellin was kind of this solidifying moment for me, solidifying place to just go in, solidify that new identity that I've been building over these past couple months, and enhance it. Like, I've experienced that there's so much growth to experience. There's so much that you can do, and I've kind of got addicted to this game of growing, to this game of becoming the best version of myself, because it doesn't really end. And there is no end goal, which is kind of nice, but there is this inner peace. There is this feeling of fulfillment, because I'm doing something which generates so much more fulfillment than any external achievement would bring me in money or cars or luxury travels, which I all had, you know. So I've come to Medellin, not to escape, but to rebuild. And I came here with a very specific plan, right? So most of the time I'm just locked away in my apartment because I'm building, I'm working on my business. I am at the same time working towards a photo shoot. So I'm shredding down. I'm on a very strict diet. I do 15,000 steps a day. I go to the gym every single day. So I'm pretty much occupied with all of those things. And then I'm learning Spanish as well. And I try to every now and then go out into the city. But like I said, I am obsessed right now with this personal growth thing, because it's just so much fun, because I just get to rediscover myself in a way that I've never really experienced myself before, which is an absolute blessing, because I just get to choose who I want to be every single day, and I'm working towards a vision of myself that is someone that I'm really, really proud of, right? And I'm already that person, because I understand that I'm taking the actions every single day to become that vision, to become that person. And compared to who I was about 6 months ago, it is such a world of difference. I was insecure, I had no discipline, I was so focused on my reputation, and I needed external validation, and I was just not happy at all. I was taking drugs in the weekends, I was pretending to be this successful guy, but slowly I was breaking away. And I've left all of that behind, and I've found myself to be so much more confident, so much more at peace, so much more aligned with who I want to be. And the amount of work that I just get done, the amount of impact that I'm making, it is so much more fulfilling at this point. So, Medellin has up until now been very good to me. I've been here for about, I think it's been 3.5 weeks now. I've not really discovered the city yet, but like I said, I'm working on myself. I'm going to stay here for at least another month, until the end of April, and then in May I'll head back down to the Netherlands, because it's my dad's birthday. I don't want to miss that, so I'm going to go and see him and spend time with some family. And then after that, who knows, but I'll probably be going to Bali, for example. Now, why I think that you should do this, right? I think it's very important for you guys to understand that going into a new environment and reshaping your entire life is really good. But it's also, you have to do it under the right circumstances. So I've done travels like this in the past as well, where it was more focused on escaping. So I remember, for example, that I would go to Rome with this girl, and I always wanted to kind of escape from my life, and I did that with travels as well. But then when I was there, I couldn't really enjoy it fully, because I wasn't fully myself. I was still bringing the same old problems, the same old thoughts, the same old beliefs, the same old worries with me to a different location. And yes, I would kind of forget about them for a bit, but they would always come back when I would be in bed at night in the hotel room or in my Airbnb. And it didn't, like, it's such a waste of life if you do all of these things, you spend money on all of those things, but you're not really present, you're not really there, because you simply cannot enjoy yourself fully. And this is a big warning for a lot of people that feel like I need to get out of my environment because this is just dragging me down. Environment is a big factor, and if your environment is really dragging you down, then yes, it is an option, but you also have to understand that just by going to a different environment is not going to solve all of your problems. You still have to understand why you are going and what you're doing. If you really want to do that inner work, if you really want to improve yourself, that is also the mission that you have to go to, that you have to take with you when you go to a certain place like that. And I know loads of people that just go to Medellin, for example, say those things, and then just go out and they basically escape and try to forget about their worries, stay here for 3, 4, 5 weeks. They go back home and they're in the exact same shithole. They haven't changed, and they become these people that just say like, oh, well, you know, waiting for the next travel. I felt so alive back then. Well, I want to feel alive everywhere. I want to feel alive when I'm back home in the Netherlands. I want to feel alive in Medellin. I want to feel alive when I'm in Bali, in Tokyo. It doesn't matter where I am, because it's all about who you bring into the location. It's not about the location that is adjusting you. And again, of course, things are different, right? Because the location can change you. So you should be able to do that if you want to, if you really feel it's the right move for you, because some environments that you might find yourself in are just super destructive. Like I had in Marbella, it was just destructive because that was where addiction Jesse was, that was where party Jesse was, and that was where all my friends were that knew me as that guy, you know? And there were all the distractions and temptations were there as well. So for me, it was a very smart move to get away from that. But I didn't get away from it because so you have to look at your environment, you have to look at where you are at and take it serious and ask yourself, am I just escaping, or am I doing this because it's really the best choice for me and I'm really ready for this as well? And if that's the case, then I'd say do it, you know? So this is why I moved to Medellin. I'm here for, like I said, for another 1.5 months. Just rebuilding myself completely, becoming the best version of myself. I'm super excited for it. It's just a short video, guys, a little update, and some insights and travels and changing your environment. And if you want to do it, but think about it. If you have any questions about it, obviously send me a text on Instagram. I'm happy to help you, share how I went through these things, what my mindset is on these things. So guys, this is it for now. I'll see you in the next one, and have a good one. Ciao.